everyone. Welcome to This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. It is Monday, November 27th, and we just got finished with a Thanksgiving weekend. I hope you had your fill of turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, all that stuff. I know I certainly did. Hope you got to spend it with friends and family and loved ones all around. Hopefully you were very thankful. I'm thankful for those things, but I'm also very thankful for last night getting out of a speeding ticket while going visiting my mother in Lake Elsinore, coming back on Ortega Highway. I have no idea why this officer let me off. I've been getting pulled over since I was a kid, not terribly frequently, but enough. I've never got out of a ticket in my life. I'm thankful for the officer who decided not to give me a ticket last night. So thank you, officer, who will remain nameless on that one. Hey, I'm also thankful for our guests we have today. Let's take a look at our guests. We have congressional update from Congresswoman Representative Young Kim. And then we got the Publishing Club coming up. They're going to be talking about genealogy, an event they have here, their holiday party, and a lot more stuff coming up for the new year. So we'll look forward to that. Let's take a look outside and take a look at our weather as we go here. It's going to be a pretty okay week. We have a chance of rain, cool temperatures, very fall-like. This is a chance of rain. It's kind of one of those, so you're saying there's a chance. I'm not 100% sure that's going to stay with us, but right now there is a chance of rain out there on Wednesday and possibly on Thursday. So we'll stick that in the forecast for now. 70s, low 70s for a couple first days. Then we jump into the 60s. That's for sure for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And, hit and miss. We're going to have some clouds building in, but it's going to be pretty much partly cloudy and chance of rain, like I said, for the middle of the week. We'll see about that. Let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset. Sunrise this morning was 6:33. Sunset tonight, 4:43. It is fall. It is the daylight or no longer daylight savings, right? We got this great photo that was sent to us by Diane Strobel, and that is Sherman Library and Gardens, and that's a beautiful shot. Thanks for sending that in. If you'd like to send us a picture, you can do so. Go ahead and do that. Send it to Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com. Get your name in there, where you took the photo, just like Diane did, and we will put it on our show. All right, we have one meeting that was rescheduled, so take a quick look at that if you were planning to go into United Landscape. And when we come back, we are going to talk to Representative Young Kim.
Are you struggling to hear in your noisy dining room? Do you have to pause and think about what people are saying so you can figure out the words? Do you find yourself lost in conversations? Can you hear but you don't understand the words people are saying? You need to get on the Ark. No, not Noah's Ark. This is Stewart's Ark hearing aids with artificial intelligence. You will never know how much better you can hear until you listen to the clear sound and noise right in our office. Call us today. Don't miss the boat and tell them Stewart sent you.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
No one deserves to be ashamed of their smile. MacArthur Dental Arts is here to bring back your confidence. We specialize in at-home personalized smile restoration through the power of dental implants and perfect fit dentures. I'm here to answer all your questions with free in-office consults or using our Laguna Woods in-home service special. Don't wait to get the secure, worry-free smile you deserve. Visit MacArthurDentalArts.com or call the number on your screen to schedule your consultation today.
The Salvation Army Orange County is proud to be a leader in providing comprehensive care to families, men, women, young adults, seniors, and veterans in Orange County. Our shelters provide food, clothing, counseling, housing navigation, and job training. We also provide care through rent and utility assistance, food pantries, anti-trafficking services, adult rehabilitation, and youth programs. Donate today to help families in need and empower individuals towards self-sufficient life.
And welcome back. We are joined by Congresswoman Young Kim, who represents California's 40th District. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me back again.
Absolutely. So you're in town for the Thanksgiving break, which you guys got to have.
Yes.
You were past the stopgap, and you guys got to come out here. So how do you usually spend it? I'm thankful for family, and you have family members that are in the service as well.
Yeah, that's right. As you know, Thanksgiving is always a good time for my family, and obviously anyone who's watching. Time to give Thanksgiving for what we are grateful for the year. This year, however, I'm so grateful to be back home after almost 10 weeks of what Congress was able or unable to do.
Yeah, I think
so I'm
most
thankful
people
for
say that.
coming home, and being home at Thanksgiving with my family was really a blessing for me. But also I was able to do some meetings and attend events throughout the district. But this year, I especially want to give thanks to those who are serving, because many servicemen and women spend Thanksgiving away from their home, away from their loved ones. So this year I spent some time in the community, welcoming them to our communities and spending Thanksgiving meal together, with the host families that, they were able to welcome them. Yeah.
You do like coming. You work your district, and it's very clear every time you come in. You've got events you're doing and that kind of thing. How important is it for you to come in and meet your constituents and see them on a regular basis when you're back from Congress?
It's really important because, first of all, I want constituents to know that I come home every weekend. And this time is obviously more important because, as I mentioned, the servicemen and women during Thanksgiving, when this is their first time for many away from home, like in Villa Park, they welcome 75 Marines from Camp Pendleton. Each of them were taken to host families to spend Thanksgiving meal together. I also welcomed servicemen and women from Fort Irwin. They came to Yorba Linda, and we spent time with them. So this was, even though I travel back and forth, all crisscrossing the district when I come home, this Thanksgiving time I was able to, meet with so many Marines, servicemen and women. So that's very, very important. And what we do is, for my family Thanksgiving, we have a tradition where after a meal, we all gather around a table and we write what we are thankful for the year.
That's a great tradition. We've done that before too, and I really enjoy that kind of like, it kind of helps that give you that remembrance of what's been going on with the year, and that kind of grounds the whole holiday.
Yes, yes.
So you're going back tonight, right? You're going back to, and what are you hoping to accomplish?
So after spending a week at home, we're going to go back and try to finish the rest of the appropriations bills that we weren't unable to do. But before Thanksgiving, we passed about 7 stopgap measures that will fund the government through mid-January and the rest by February 1. It was very important because we need to keep government open to continue to do our work. When we are faced with $33 trillion of national debt, it is very important as policymakers to be reasonably reining in on our spending, but at the same time protecting those key programs and services such as Social Security, Medicare, VA benefits. These are very, very important for me. So while protecting those, we're going to try to finish the rest of the spending bills.
How can you do it without Democratic support? And I think that's the big question, is there seems to be a viewpoint on the Republican side, at least, is we don't work with Democrats. Well, we have controlled by the White House and we have controlled by the Senate. So how is that going to happen? Realistically, how can it happen?
Realistically, obviously, we need to work together and really reach out to the other side.
But that's the poison pill.
Well, that's what got former Speaker Kevin McCarthy out of the office. But Speaker Johnson did the same. This time we got more Democrats supporting the stopgap measure that we passed. Again, we are realizing, and more members are realizing, this has to be bipartisan way, otherwise we don't get anything done.
Right, okay. I think
it's very, very important.
Have we come to that point? I think it seems like it to me, I would agree with that assessment that, okay, enough Republicans have come along and said, okay, the good is we have to get something done. It's the enemy of perfect, and that whole expression.
We can't let the enemy of what is the
good,
word? Right?
Great or perfect can't be the enemy of good.
Exactly.
Is the expression. Yeah. So is that where we're headed towards, at least in hopes that maybe, because I think that's what I think most of Americans want to get something done. Because I think it's probably going to be hard for you guys in the Republican Party on the side to campaign and say, what did we get done? So you want to be able to hang your hat on something at come election time and say, we did do some things, right?
There are people who say, don't give anything to the other side. But what does that mean? Not giving anything to the other side means just shutting the government down.
Right, and you get nothing too.
We can't do that, right? And who's going to be blamed? The party in the majority that caused the government to shut down. That is just not where we need to be. So I think my colleagues and I, we are really focused on getting the bipartisan support to get the rest of the appropriations bills done and get it over to the Senate side. It's going to come back. So what we pass in the House is not the end of everything. They're going to bring it back, and then that's when we go to reconciliation to make sure that we're doing the responsive, while focusing on reining on the spending, we need to protect the key programs, as I mentioned, and that can only be done in a bipartisan way.
Right. If I learned anything from my Schoolhouse Rock videos, that's it starts in Congress, so it has to go to the president by the end. And so I want to ask you about your bipartisan measure on the healthcare side of things. Tell us a little bit about that.
So ever since I've been in Congress, and even before, providing the quality health care and making sure that the healthcare services and resources are accessible. So healthcare accessibility was very, very important, but especially in a district like ours, especially in California, we have a lot of people, we have people whose English is not their #1 language. So language deficiency or lack of language proficiency shouldn't be the barrier for them to getting the health care. So to that end, I am working on a couple of bills. One is improving language access it's called the Health Care Act. What we're trying to do is create a universal health language symbol. What we're asking is Health and Human Services to do some research and come up with a language symbol that says if you are going to see a doctor, hospital, or any healthcare provider, there should be a symbol that tells you different language is available. Therefore, you not speaking English shouldn't be the barrier to understand what services are available. Another one is the Supporting Patient Education and Knowledge Act. We call it the SPEAK Act because we wanted to make sure that we address the barriers to telehealth care by creating a translation services. So again, when you go to clinics like what I just described, you need to be able to say, whatever the language that you need help with, so there is a translation services. This is very, very important.
And that's not such it's not a crazy idea. It works around the world. We know it's simply with traffic signs. If it's a triangle, that's a warning sign. If a stop sign is a different shape, and we have all these different kind of signs out there, so somebody immediately sees a symbol and say, oh, I know what this means, or I can go to that.
That's exactly the point of our two languages, yes.
Now, have you guys been working with experts in terms of how we create those universal type of symbols and the cross for medical and those kinds of things?
That's what we're going to do. The HHS, this legislation would allow Health and Human Services to conduct research and develop that symbol, which shouldn't be too hard.
Okay.
Isn't that funny? We need a legislation
I know, to
make that happen.
It seems crazy, right? But that's why you're there, to get through the crazy and make things happen.
Do some common sense things,
I like the common sense legislation. Always makes the best sense to everybody. It's like, why haven't we already done this?
Exactly.
What are you looking forward to for the new year in terms of your goals? Obviously re-election, but in terms of other goals that you have down the line.
First of all, I'm very, very thankful that the people of the 40th District has put their trust in me to continue to represent them. So for the rest of the year, obviously focus on making sure that our government stays open, keep our critical programs such as Social Security, Medicare, veterans benefits and all protected. Right? And obviously continue to deliver and bring results for my district. So that's what I'm hoping to do.
Well, I think you are well on your way. Congresswoman Young Kim, 40th District, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
And when we come back, we'll be talking to the Publishing Club about genealogy and more. Stay with us.
Joint care so exceptional, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. At Memorial Care, we're voted high in patient satisfaction for a reason. Our specialized surgeons and care teams understand the pain you're going through, as well as the best personalized treatment to get you back to what you love sooner. With nationally recognized care, advanced technology like our Precision Mako surgical system, and support that's always by your side. Get ready to go forth with renewed joy. A new movement awaits at Memorial Care Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Hi, my name is Dr. Shandeep Thung, and I'm a breast surgical oncologist. And today, I'd like to spend a little time talking about family history and risk for breast cancer. Most breast cancer, believe it or not, is actually not hereditary. Only about 10 to 15% of breast cancers in this country are related to your family or gene mutations. It's important to understand your family tree so that you can provide this information to your physician so they can properly assess your risk for breast cancer. It's important to understand this risk because there may be an indication for you to start screening sooner and potentially with more than just mammography.
Do you have cavities, broken or missing teeth, tooth pain, or other dental problems? These issues can create more problems than you think, including affecting your overall health. Don't wait until it's too late. Contact Loberg Dental today and your first exam and set of x-rays is free without insurance. It's a great way for you to experience our high-quality level of patient care while saving money too. Visit drloberg.com to schedule your free exam and x-rays today.
As promised, we're back with the Publishing Club. I want to welcome Marcia Hackett and Dinah Lynn to our program. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
And Marcia, let's start with you. How you got involved with the Publishing Club? What do you do with the club?
Well, thanks for having us. I've been in the club about 4 years, have been the secretary the past 3 years, I believe. And I noticed on your screen that our club was founded in 2013, so this is our 10th anniversary.
Yes, indeed it is. Good celebration time.
So I've been pretty active as not only as the secretary, but I'm one of the editors of our annual publication, Village Stories, which you put out every year, which I can talk about later.
Right, yeah, I've had some guests on talk about that. It's a really great great book there, a great effort you guys do. Dinah, tell me a little bit about your involvement, and I know you're a published author because I can see your book from here.
Yes, I saw one of your other guests do that. I thought, okay, maybe I could just leave it there. Bring it and leave it there. Okay, thank you for mentioning it. Yes, I'm a new member. I joined in July. And I have to say it was a no-brainer. As soon as I learned there was a publishing club for authors, I thought, wow, that makes a lot of sense. I'm a published author, and I looked forward to being in a club with other authors. So it was an easy decision to join.
All right, now hold up that book. Tell us what the book's about. Come on now.
Oh, wow. Okay, Daring to Dream, once again. It's never too late. And it's a memoir with a message.
Okay.
And it talks about the story, our family escaping China, escaping Shanghai in 1949. On the last boat out.
Oh, wow.
And it takes my life. I just feel like I've been so blessed to have, lived a life on both sides of the ocean and lots of stories and life lessons to share.
Terrific.
Thank you.
And now, Marcia, the club has been around for, like you said, 10 years now, for a while. And it's people who maybe want to write a memoir, maybe want to write something, fiction, nonfiction, tell their life story, and people are just interested in the written word in general, right?
Yes, we have all different kinds of writers. We have poets, some people even professional poets, they've made their living that way. We have memoir writers, fiction, nonfiction. I too, like Dinah, have written my book of memoirs and had it published. And I didn't bring my copy, but
next time.
There's a copy. There's a copy in the Laguna Woods Library, so if you want to check it out. But anyway, the purpose of the club is to help people not only publish, but help them through the whole process of sometimes getting an agent, marketing,
editing and so forth. So we have a lot of programs to help people do that.
Right, right. And I know a lot of your speakers help with that as well. You guys have a party coming up though in December, like many of the clubs, and like so many of the clubs, it's very much a community, right? And so you guys kind of get together.
And this is a time, it's next week, believe it or not,
oh my goodness.
December 6th. It's not too late to sign up. It's at the Performing Arts Center in the dining room there. And it's a social time where we work all year to plan programs and workshops. So it's a good time to get acquainted with our members. Our membership is growing tremendously, which we're pleased.
That's always good news, right?
That's right, that's right.
Dinah, what would you say some of the highlights are from this past year that you enjoyed?
Actually, the highlights of this past year, I think Marcia was going to cover. I'm covering the highlights from this next year. Oh my goodness, I don't want to take over her job here.
We'll get Marcia there. Or what are the highlights from last year? Then we'll get you the highlights.
A couple of the important highlights were the storytelling in September, where we had 6 storytellers who were videotaped ahead of time. We've been doing this for 10 years, and Dennis Glauber, one of our senior members, told the story that he had written and given 10 years ago. And then the others spoke on different subjects, but it was very well attended. And then we had the Autumn Author Forum, which Dinah will talk about for the next year in a few minutes.
Don't jump the gun. We've already been told.
Well, we're going to have some next year, but the Autumn Author Forum had 29 authors from our club in a big room where they talked about their publications and how they marketed their books and so forth and so forth. So it was a very, very successful event.
Okay.
And then we have our big party coming up.
Yes, of course. They close it all out with the big party.
Right, a grand finale.
All right, Dinah, now I'm going to talk to you about, now we're talking about next year.
Absolutely.
The time has come.
Well, we're very excited about what we have lined up for this next year. One thing we wanted to do as a club was to have more interactive programs. So we'll have more workshops, more panel discussions. And in January, we have Dr. Pat Spencer, who writes historical novels, short stories, and she's going to talk about, yes, you can publish traditionally without a literary agent.
Okay.
And her tagline's wonderful. It's what I wish someone would have told me before I published my first novel. So she's going to cover all aspects of publishing. She's had the experience of dealing with small publishers as well as traditional publishers, and the pros and the cons. And so it's not a workshop per se, but it will be very interactive. And at the end of the program, we're going to have the members break out into little groups to have discussions, about whatever aspect of the talk that they would like to. Then in February, we have Dr. Ellie Izzo, and she's a psychologist and author, and she will be doing a workshop on emotional intelligence. There it is, right there.
Right there.
And enhance your writing, building your confidence, promoting yourself as a writer. So that's a workshop, which we're really looking forward to as well. And I don't know if we have time to go on.
We have the genealogy thing coming up, right?
Oh, yes.
And that's been hugely popular, you guys.
Yes, it's called Family Search. We've done this in cooperation with the PC Club at the Community Center in the computer room.
That's right.
We've had three separate sessions with a lot of people involved, and you can check out your whole family history genealogy. So we're planning more of those next year in 24. And it's been a good opportunity to interact with another club in Laguna Woods.
Right. No, it's been very popular. I think some of the sessions were sold out.
Yeah, they sold out.
That's exactly correct.
We had some folks on talking about it, and they were talking about it. Oh, well, actually, that was sold out. So now let's go. We're looking forward to
so they're going to add more this year. I mean, this next year we will have them. I think, I'm not sure, but I think monthly. Yes.
Well,
and when people are writing their memoirs and those kinds of things, or if they're going back in their history, they're discovering something about.
Absolutely. When I went to the first one, and it was a very emotional experience to see my whole family history on a screen, and I found names of people after whom relatives were named, and it was amazing, really amazing. So it really helps in writing your memoirs.
Right.
No,
Now, I know one of the things you talk about, one of your speakers coming up, is talking about, yeah, you don't need a literary agent. And I think that's a kind of a testament to how the world of publishing has certainly evolved over the last at least 10 years, most certainly, with self-publishing and web and all of those kinds of things. Because in the old days, it was the big publishing houses, and that was it. And you had to have a literary agent to get in the door. And that's certainly changed. How has that evolved? How have you guys noticed that's evolved over the years?
Well, you're right. You don't have to have a literary agent, and as a matter of fact, one of our speakers was Scott Hayes. He's an emeritus professor from Saddleback, and he talked about writing a book proposal if you want to have a regular publisher, but you don't have to. And I didn't have a literary agent. I self-published. And so you really do not need to.
No, I didn't have a literary agent either, and I did not self-publish, but I used a very small publishing house and worked with them. And so it was, you know, I was going to say it was a nice, pleasant experience.
Okay, well, terrific. And not to bash literary agents, by the way, because they do a lot, and people are very thankful for them in terms of that, but it's not 100% necessary these days, at least. Well, Publishing Club, thank you guys so much for coming in. Very much looking forward to the party next month and everything you have going on next year.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Very enjoyable.
We hope to come back again.
Absolutely. You'll be on the new year for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Bye.
Coming up, we'll talk about the movie preview we have. It's a classic. Stay with us.
Welcome to OCI Care with Dr. Vyas, Laguna Woods' most trusted premium laser eye surgery and comprehensive ophthalmology center. Located in the heart of the Laguna Woods community, OCI Care specializes in laser cataract surgery, glasses-free cataract surgery, microscopic glaucoma surgery, diabetic eye checks, routine exams, and all your other eye care needs. Dr. Vyas and the OCI Care staff believe in one-on-one care and the patient-physician relationship. Come in for your appointment today for a lifetime of better vision.
A will is not enough to avoid probate. However, if you have a will, a trust, a complete estate plan, then you will avoid probate. We encourage you to come meet with us. It's complimentary. We'll review the estate plan, make sure that it's current, covers all of your assets, and you're actually protected.
I'd like to personally thank L.S. Carlson Law for all my family's estate planning needs. I highly recommend them to everyone.
Hi, I'm Linda Honey. I'd be happy to help you and your family. Please call us today.
And welcome back to the program. We want to talk about our Monday movie, and it is a classic, as promised, My Fair Lady, with Audrey Hepburn and Rex Harrison. It is a great movie. It was a play, it was a movie, it's been revived as a play, it's gone on. It's just one of those classics that everybody really enjoys. It's going to be brought to us by Harvard Eye Associates, and it's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. Tune it on, get it on. Even if you've seen that before, that's a good one to watch again. So hope you enjoy that one on Village Television. Let's take a look outside at our weather forecast. We've got some chance. I'm going to say chance. It might drop out of the forecast, but right now we're looking at a chance for rain later in the week. On Wednesday and Thursday, we might have that. Low 70s for the first couple of days of the week. Little clouds coming and going as the kind of systems approach and move through here. But then Wednesday, Thursday will be certainly our coolest days of the week. If we don't get the rain, it'll certainly be cloudy. They're getting rain somewhere, maybe not just for us. But then we go back to partly cloudy for the rest of the week and into the weekend, and lows in the 60s and 70s. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.